what point do you think it's a good idea to buy a car using your business income? It's totally up to you. I mean, there isn't like a rule on this stuff. But the big myth that everyone believes with cars, the normal people who have 9-to-5 jobs and stuff, they all think that it's good to buy a brand new car and that you want to pay for it upfront in cash and you don't want to finance it. That is bullshit. Like, that is the way to lose a lot of money. What I did, and I never lost any money on any of my cars ever. And I've had lots of them, like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, things like that. You want to buy them used, first of all. Like, there's no point in buying a brand new one unless you're a billionaire and you just literally don't care. So buy a used one and then use finance to buy it. And the reason why you want to do that is because the interest rate that you'll have to pay on it is way less than the interest that you're going to earn by investing that cash in your business. So if you're going to buy like a Ferrari for 100 grand and you're going to actually put 100 grand of your cash out into the Ferrari, it's not earning anything. It's just 100 grand sitting dead. And then what you want to do is, if you finance it, you might only have to put like 10 grand cash up front, and then you're just paying it off per month. And that way you can have your cash working inside your business on ads and things like that, generating way more than what the interest payments are. Plus, also this is an accounting trick, but if you were to pay 100 grand cash out of your own pocket for a car, then that means that 100 grand has to have left your company and gone to you. And if 100 grand's left your company and gone to you, that means that you've had to pay income tax on that. And that's like pretty much 50% in America, or like it's going to be in between 30%, 50%, like all over the world. And that means if you want to buy a car for 100 grand, you've really got to draw 200 grand out of your bloody business, which is stupid. So that's why you don't do that. What you do is you leave all the money in the business and then you finance the car. So then you're good. You never had to take the money out of the damn company. You've never paid tax on that. And well, you've paid corporate tax, but not personal. And that's the way you do it. Like, people are really, really, really screwed up when it comes to finance. They don't understand it. They think that you should buy everything, own everything. It's not true. The only thing you want to own is something that you can buy at a ridiculously low price that's going to make you a lot of money. That's the only thing you want to own. Everything else, you want to rent it, because that way, if you don't need it, you can just get rid of it. At what point do you feel that it's a good idea to buy a car using your consulting income? Well, there isn't a rule here. I mean, you want to be responsible, right? You don't want to blow all of your money so that you start panicking inside your business. That's not a good idea. But if you can buy a car and still be responsible, and you know that you haven't done something stupid, and by that I mean, you know, you've got enough money to advertise, you've got enough money to pay your rent, pay your expenses, and then some. You also want to have a bit of a cushion there, because things happen all the time. Like, you know, Facebook might have like some turbulence in it. Just last week, our AdWords account got shut off because we changed like some links on our site, and it detected something sketchy and it just shut everything off. And so for pretty much a week, we didn't have our Google advertising running. And that's a huge driver of money and traffic and everything into our business. And you know, things like that can happen. So you don't want to just have enough money to get by. That is not what you want to do. You always want to have some money for storms. But if you've got enough money to cover the immediate and a little bit of money for some storms, then buy a car, just have some fun. But finance it and do it that way, because like when I bought those used Ferraris, Like the first one I bought was a 355 Ferrari, and I bought it in New Zealand for $82,000, which is a steal. And then I drove it for I absolutely thrashed that car. Like it got abused for a year and a half, and then I sold it for 100 grand. So, most people, they buy a car and they lose money and they're worried about paying for it and all of this. If you do it the right way, you lose zero money, or sometimes you even make a little bit. Just if you want to know how to do it, listen to that part of the video where I told you. Don't take the money out of your company. Leave all the money in your company. Try to take as little as you possibly can into your personal name. My salary is $0. All the money I make, try to keep it in the company. If I need money, let's take a loan from my company, because that way the company can loan me some money. I have to pay the company interest, but that's not income. That's a loan. So you don't have to pay the income tax on it, which is huge. And then if I want to buy something, I'll get a loan from my company and then buy it. And that's how you want to do it. And if you don't know how to do that, an accountant will know how to do that for you. But yeah, I've seen it destroy so many business owners, just spending too much money on their personal life. Just blowing out, buying houses, cars, going on jets, all of this stuff, parties, and they totally blow it. It happens. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have 100 million and blow out doing that sort of stuff.